In the hallowed annals of horse racing history, there exists a secret tradition that has captured the hearts of millions. A legacy that weaves through time like a tapestry of valor and triumph. The Kentucky Derby, an emblem of greatness, an ode to the equine spirit, and a symbol of unyielding passion. For over a century, the thundering hooves have echoed across the venerable grounds of Churchill Downs as champions emerge to etch their names in the immortal pages of horse racing folklore. From the unforgettable Sir Barton to the legendary Secretariat, each stride has been a symphony of grace and courage. And within this historic realm of flesh and blood, bonds between horse and rider are forged, lasting through the ages. But as the world evolves, so too does the spirit of competition. Today, as we venture into the virtual domain, we pay homage to the pioneers of a new legacy, a legacy that fuses tradition with innovation, and the pursuit of greatness extends beyond the confines of reality. Welcome to this season's virtual Kentucky Derby, where the frontier of horse racing meets the boundless realm of Web3. Here, in this digital arena, horses of pure code and dreams, crafted by visionaries, gallop, fueled by the passion of their creators and riders alike. Within this matrix of pixels, hearts pound with anticipation as the virtual thunder ignites the souls of virtual fans worldwide. The legacy of the Kentucky Derby is not only preserved, but elevated to new heights, where innovation and tradition intertwine in perfect harmony. As we celebrate the past and embrace the future, remember that the essence of horse racing lies not solely in the tangible, but in the intangible. The relentless spirit that transcends the realm of flesh, steel, and circuits. It's the desire to triumph, the will to conquer, and the dream of making history. So, let us unite in admiration for these majestic athletes, both real and virtual, as we ride the currents of time and create new legacies that will echo through generations to come.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, horse racing enthusiasts, virtual thrill seekers. Welcome to the grand spectacle of Derby Day. This is the 8th inaugural Virtual Kentucky Derby Series, and I am stepping in. Fib Newton, community manager, general third-time employee, and today a stand-in for the esteemed Ian Cummings, who couldn't make it today. But we're gonna make sure that's a special day anyway. So this season, Derby Day promises not just one, but 7 exhilarating races, each more captivating than the last, all building up to the grand finale, the virtual Kentucky Derby. With over 27,000 USD in purses on the line, this isn't just a digital horse race, it's a high-stakes showdown where players compete for real money. To kick off this extraordinary day, we've got a special event that will set the virtual turf ablaze. The Shockwave Showdown, the virtual dirt, actually. It's a lightning-fast race that will set the tone for the rest of the races. 8 furlongs, right dirt. It's a special race indeed. So hold on to your hats, folks. These virtual speedsters are about to take off in a blaze of glory. As we progress through Derby Day, you will witness the rise and fall of contenders, the strategies employed by savvy players, and the sheer unpredictability that makes virtual horse racing a roller coaster of emotions. From the nail-biting sprints to the strategic marathons, each race contributes to the overall drama built up to the grand crescendo, the Virtual Kentucky Derby. The Virtual Kentucky Derby features 20 elite entrants vying for victory in the final race. This is a massive, prestigious honor to be the winner of the Virtual Kentucky Derby, and the excitement's palpable. Fasten your seatbelts. Whether you're a seasoned player, a first-time spectator, you're in for a real treat as we embark on this exhilarating journey through 7 incredible races on Derby Day. Each one brings us closer to the grand spectacle. So without further ado, let the games begin. May the Shockwave Showdown set the track on fire, our first event of the evening. And may the best virtual horse and jockey triumph in the series, leading to the pinnacle of virtual horse racing, the virtual Kentucky Derby.
Welcome to the thrilling world of Photo Finish Live, the revolutionary virtual horse racing ecosystem that brings the excitement of real horse racing straight to your fingertips. Brought to life by Third Time Entertainment, Photo Finish Live offers a unique and immersive experience like no other. Picture this: you're not just a spectator, you're a real-life owner and breeder of horses in this captivating virtual world. Engage in heart-pounding races against other players, where real money is on the line. The stakes are high, and the rewards are yours for the taking. There's a host of innovations that set Photo Finish apart from the competition, such as the most advanced genetic breeding algorithm in the world and the ability to own racetracks and share their monetary rewards. In Photo Finish, you will create generations and generations of unique offspring, each carrying the legacy of its ancestors. The true-to-life genetics system offers endless possibilities for breeding, and your decisions will determine the future champions of the track. All the while owning a proportional share in a racetrack via Crown, our cryptocurrency, allows you to share the game's success. Step into a world where 4 weeks in real life correspond to one in-game year. Witness the passage of time as each new season brings fresh opportunities and challenges. Thousands of races await you in every season, from entry-level maiden races to the highest stakes premier graded events. Horses of every level and price point have a chance to hit the podium and breed up over time. With its commitment to realism, Photo Finish Live brings the thrill of horse racing to life. As the seasons pass, horses retire to breed and eventually die, mirroring real-world horse racing to ensure long-term sustainability. Embrace renewed opportunities to showcase your skills and strategies, ensuring the excitement never ends. Are you ready to start your legacy in the world of Photo Finish Live? The tracks await. The competition beckons, and fame and fortune favor the bold. Become a part of this one-of-a-kind virtual horse racing ecosystem and let your dreams run wild. Join us today and embark on an unforgettable journey. The Sport of Kings awaits your presence in Photo Finish Live.
All right. Welcome back. Yeah, so I hope that you guys, if you're new players just tuning in for the first time to the virtual Kentucky Derby, again, this is Fib, the community manager for Third Time, and I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to welcome you to our game if you are new, but we have an awesome event coming up. We got to dive right into it because the pick window has already closed. This is the Shockwave Showdown, and to be honest with you, I saw probably 50K of Derby liquidity roll in within the last 5 minutes of this race. But this is a special event put on by the commish himself, Solonot Stables, and sponsored by D Stables as well for some of the pick pool action. So the way that it worked was we have a legendary horse in the community. This horse is named Shockwave. Shockwave did an insane amount of breeding, and Solonot decided to give back to the community by allowing all of its progeny that are 2 years old this season to compete in a race for a $3,000 winner-take-all purse. So these horses that you're seeing scroll across the screen today, these are all the sons and daughters of Shockwave. He's a very powerful horse. You'll notice that all these horses are about S grade at least. These are monster horses, and they're going to be competing for a $3,000 winner-take-all purse today. It's a right dirt affair, I believe, and right dirt, 8 furlong. Yeah, right there with a fast condition today. The weather's great, and you know what? There's but let's get to the really juicy part for everybody that decided to make some picks on this race. You know, we've been trying to corral you into the pick pools here today because the Shockwave Showdown had a very special promotion, which was that the biggest winning bet will get an extra 500 USD on top of their winning bet. So imagine you make this massive pick on this race and you win, and on top of that you get showered with another 500 USD. That's fantastic. But of course you would get, if you did lose but you made the biggest losing bet on the race, you would get $250 as a consolation prize. So we're going to dive right into this race now. We're going to have to go into it quickly. It's firing off. We'll meet Mo, our esteemed race caller down by the track. Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening? We are here live for the Shockwave Showdown. Good to see everybody on Derby Day. Out to the lead, there goes Ferrero Rocher, Virgil Earp there, along with Gianna D'Antonio, Mars Shield out for fourth, Johnny Utah rides up here in fifth in the Yellow Silks, and Optimus Prime round out the leaderboard here as they head around the opening turn of this 8-furlong right-turning affair on the dirt. Here we go. 15 two-year-old progeny of Shockwave trying to prove who's the best, who's going to get the highest stocking on the Christmas list. Opening quarter in 24 and changes. Virgil Earp still shows the way, now opens up by 2.5 over King Louis. Another break of 3 on the outside to Gianna D'Antonio. Then comes Prince of Tides. Ferrero Rocher, early leader, now drops back, trying to find some position here, but running in front of Shock and Blue. Shock and Blue, they know what they need to do if they want to hit the wire. Got to get something going here. Half mile and 58 and change. Into the far turn, here we go. Now King Louis pulls up on the inside, takes over the lead from Virgil Earp. Now Ferrero Rocher is off the rail looking for some room, but might have gotten blocked there by that aggressive move from King Louis. Round the turn, King Louis engaged instantly right again by Virgil Earp. These two try to duke it out. Ferrero Rocher still trying to get some room here. I found it. Here he goes. He splits him like a Mike Vanderjagt field goal, and he's heading for home. Off to the sunset, 200 meters to go. Ferrero Rocher, Virgil Earp on the inside, King Louis on the outside. Here we go, Optimus Prime, and it looks like Prince of Tides, one final push in the second, but it's all too late as Ferrero Rocher going to bring this home with a perfectly timed ride over Prince of Tides and Virgil Earp.
Wow. That was a great race. You know, Ferrero Rocher, that horse was definitely not the odds-on favorite, but it was close. So the odds-on favorite horse going into that race, which stacked up 135K Derby, according to my screen over here, 135K Derby in the winning pool on this race. All or nothing, everything in the win pool, nothing in the place or show pools. This is an all or nothing race. All or nothing. That's how, that's the Solonot moniker. That's how they do things. So it just makes perfect sense. And that $3,000 purse is going to be going to Ferrero Rocher as well in total. So, but congratulations to everybody that got to compete. And thank you to Solonot for putting this on. Great race. Amazing. And congratulations to anybody that made their pick, their biggest pick. Whoever made their biggest pick, I mean, I guess it would have had to have been on Ferrero Rocher. It would have had to come in size, but it looks like there was at least 14,000 Derby on Ferrero Rocher. So, I mean, somebody had to have a big winning pick there. And somebody must have had to have a big losing pick on the 12 horse, Gianna D'Antonio out of Wick Stables, because that was 31K of winning liquidity that went elsewhere, but that's okay. That's okay. But so moving on, it looks like, so what's coming up next is the Bourbon County Stakes. So the Bourbon County Stakes, our first undercard race after that awesome special exhibition race put on by the Commission Solonot. Shout outs to Commission Solonot, of course. Shout outs to D Stables. Thank you guys so much. And everybody that won, we will get you taken care of today. But so anyway, moving on into the Bourbon County Stakes, we have a nice fatty 30K pool. There's place and show action on this one. We got Con Juno of Taurus, Rock Street, Halloween Candy, Lucky Bear. We see him scrolling across the screen here. Here's Dracaris out of Golden Way. Swift Steiner, Big Brain Stables. We know Swift Steiner, of course. Moving forward, Begain out of YSM, the prestigious YSM Racing Club. Here's Ring the Bell. And this is, of course, a 3+ race. You're seeing all ages coming through here. You're seeing from 3 onward. So here's Ring the Bell out of G5 Stables. Eye of Ivory. Eye of Ivory, yeah, out of Renowned. let's see, Cosmic Fields. Definitely got some action on Cosmic Fields here with about 7.6x odds, 7 to 1, 7.5 to 1. I'm Not a Meme God out of Pocono. Shout outs to Pocono, always showing up. King's Coronation coming up next out of Soma. That is a champion horse right there. So we're expecting big things. And of course, it is the odds-on favorite after a performance like that. And here we have Salinas Sovereign out of Balthazar. And, we haven't necessarily seen too much out of Balthazar recently. I feel like that Balthazar had a huge presence. I mean, Balthazar is one of the few stables that actually has won a virtual Kentucky Derby with his horse, the Pelennor Fields. But so I'd love to see some action out of Salinas Sovereign over here out of Balthazar. But, that's a 22 to 1 odds horse. So that's a long shot for sure. Let's see. Juno of Taurus. I mean, let's take a little look here. The pick window is closed, but, Halloween Candy has some action. Swift Steiner has some action. So Steiner's got a good amount of action. I'd say that's basically the runner-up. So what is Swift Steiner? I mean, why is Swift Steiner looking so great here? I wonder. I mean, what is the? Let's see if we can consult the producer for some of his thoughts here. I mean, do you see anything that sticks out, Mo, who's actually here floating around with me while I'm on screen?
Yo, what's going on, Fib? What's happening, everybody? Yeah, back here, guys. Listen, we're live at the Derby. I'm back here. We're running production. We got Fib holding it down, absolutely destroying it. Good job, Fib. They got me running down. We're calling races in the meantime. But, yeah, it's a great day, man. I'm happy to be here. Shout out again to Solnop for putting on a great race for everybody there. And, yeah Bourbon awesome. County, man, I'm here for it. And I appreciate you guys having me.
Absolutely, Mo. Whether he's in the box or a floating ethereal voice as we do this broadcast, an integral part of the community. Awesome guy. And of course, my favorite man to stream with. So good to have you here today, Mo. So what do you think? What do you think on this race? I mean, I'm seeing some really strong horses. I mean, so just to keep in mind here, if you are out there making picks, I mean, there's still, I think about 5 of the 7 races are still open for picks now, probably starting with the Bluegrass. You probably still have a little time on the Bluegrass commemorative. So if you're still making picks, I would definitely check those out now. But, some of these horses that are in these races today, they're former champions. They're just, I mean, these fields are going to be strong because this is the most prestigious day of the season. So you're going to be seeing some monsters through these fields. And I'm looking through the Bourbon County Stakes, and I'm seeing, I mean, the first one, the horse is 13 starts, 6 wins. Max Fleet looking strong, a 4-year-old out of General Duke looking great. Juno of Taurus, I mean, 11 starts, 3 wins, looking great. Rock Street, 21 starts, 4 wins, not as good, but a max fleet of 82. I mean, just we have some good contenders here. But if we take a look at, I believe the King's Coronation is the odds-on favorite here. And this horse has 26 starts, 8 wins, 10 places, and 3 shows with a max fleet of 86. I mean, just a monster horse. Obviously, this horse is a former champion, a former champion horse. I mean, this is a Soma horse. Great stable. We've been seeing a ton of Soma recently, and this is a dead sprint. This is a 4-furlong affair. It's left dirt. So, it's good condition. So, I mean, I could definitely see King's Coronation going for another little round, another little victory in the spotlight. I don't know.
I would agree, and I'm looking forward to it. Looks like they're actually loading them in. We got about a minute and a half here coming up before the Bourbon Stakes. So
nice. Yeah, so a minute and a half coming into the Bourbon Stakes. Let's see. I mean, do we have any time? I mean, is it loading up now? I mean, Bluegrass commemorative, you have 1 minute to make picks there. I mean, maybe we could jump ahead really fast. Mo, what do you think about that? I mean, I see Wishing Well on top with runaway odds here at 3.5 to 1. Still great odds. If that's the chalk, 3.5 to 1. I mean, that's definitely not bad odds. Becky, Miami Nation. I mean, this is a Bluegrass commemorative, the next race after this race fires off. I mean, we got 30 seconds until that closes. I mean, maybe when we get back, we can try to tackle some of the open ones. Mo, what do you think?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Okay.
Yeah, we got 27 seconds rolling in here. And yeah,
right.
I am looking forward to see who runs this one. I'm a big fan of the Lucky Bear. I'm a part of the Bear Gang and
Bear
Bougain,
Gang.
so
Yeah, Bougain. I mean, some of these horses, I mean, we've just been, I don't know, the biggest stable, some of the most impressive horses here today. I mean, I'm sure we're going to see electricity on the track. It's going to be big, and it's going to be this first one, this Bourbon County Stakes, is going to be fast too. So when this fires off, this will be a quick one, 4 furlongs. So, yeah, I just want to give another shout out to Ferrero Rocher. Congratulations, Wick Stables, of course, one of Shockwave's prodigy, with Cyber Gaia, the
race
mother.
time.
I mean, untested at 8 furlongs. Like, if you looked at this horse on paper, I'm sure that it showed up a lot of other. I mean, I'm sure that it shows up. I'm sure that this horse sticks out somehow. Oh, race is firing up. Okay, let's dive in. Let's go to the race.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Here we go. Join this race in progress for the Bourbon County Stakes as Ring the Bell is trying to ring their way home with a quick lead over Rock Street and Con down at the rail. Back and forth, King's Coronation, big pick favorite here, and is I'm Not a Meme God from the acclaimed Pocono Racing Stable. And Cosmic Fields is there rounding out the leaderboard as they head around the far turn. It's only one turn, and they're coming to get Ring the Bell as Ring the Bell tries to extend the lead. But on the outside, full stride, here comes I'm Not a Meme God, neck and neck with Ring the Bell. Ring the Bell down low, I'm the Meme God outside with Cosmic Fields in between. But it's going to be Ring the Bell. It's all right. I'm saved by the bell over I'm Not the Meme God and Cosmic Fields.
We love a photo finish, Mo, don't we? That was a beautiful photo finish. I love seeing it. I love the slowdown. That's what it's all about. I mean, God, what's the name of this game? I mean, you know what I mean?
That was a beautiful race. Do agree.
It was a very, very nice race. Congratulations. Let's go, but I think we should quickly jump over to the Mint Julep Memorial. We didn't really have time to talk about the Bluegrass Commemorative, and we can circle back around to that, but I would like to cover this because we have 8 minutes left on the picks here, Mo. So I feel like maybe we could help you out. You're sitting there, you got Derby burning a hole in your pocket, and you're like, what horse do I like here? Let's start off with some great ones. Space Vibes, monster horse out of Wimbledon Turf. I mean, Space Vibes just a huge. I'm pretty sure actually Space Vibes is a champion horse. Am I wrong? I swear this horse is. I mean, regardless, this horse is a monster. We've seen him run. We've seen him fly. So Space Vibes, Wimbledon Turf. Shout out to Wimbledon Turf. We got Vigilante out of Bixor's Ranch. S- horse, but not looking weak by any means. I mean, not necessarily the odds-on favorite here. Definitely sitting kind of with the pack in terms of the odds, but not too bad, not too shabby. But hey, let's see. Here's Zookie's. Zookie's out of Hazy Hills. I mean, Hazy Hills, you can never count out Wolof and the Hazy Hills crew. 11 starts, 4 wins. Off preference, though, by Soft. I mean, this race is a fast race, but it's still a right turf race, and this is still a churro progeny. So Toxic Art. I mean, also looking strong. This is another S-. I mean, S-minuses are looking dangerous these days, Mo. I don't know about you, but they're starting to scare me a little bit. You see an S-. I mean, you can see an S- outrun an S+ any day if it's the right race.
That's right. That's the beauty of our breeding and breeding up. Anything could happen. Anything
can happen, but you do your best to make sure what happens is what you want. That's how it works, right? So, but anyway, so right. Here's White Knight, White Knight out of Faceless Ape Stables. Okay, Walter White is the dad. I mean, this is a right turf race, so you're going to see Walter White here as the father, and for a lot of these horses, I guess you can't see it on the screen, but this is a Walter White horse. Walter White progeny, 6-year-old though, so maybe getting a little up there, but decent record on this horse. Moving on, Artemis in White out of Driney Park. Driney Park, a championship stable. Fearsome, always a stable to pay attention to. And I would say Artemis in White is looking pretty strong, but at this distance, I'm not quite sure. And 4 years old and 16 starts with only 1 win here. I mean, I'm not sure if that's my first pick, but anyway, Secret Places, Secretariat Stables. This horse is looking good with a 50% win rate and over a 50% podium rate. I mean, a fantastic 87% podium rate out of this horse. This horse is fearsome. Only 4 years old, looking like it's going places still. And that's definitely probably one of maybe that's the fib pick, Mo. What do you think?
It's a good fib pick.
Good fib pick?
Might be the Mo pick as well. 2 thumbs
The
up.
Mo pick. The fib and Mo double stack. I mean, you still got another, you got another few minutes here, so make sure you do your homework, maybe even faster than we're doing it. But here's Dark Cloud Rising. Dark Cloud Rising 11 starts, 2 wins. Better than most sire. I mean, that's a great sire. But yeah, so the strong preference stars. I mean, not bad, decent max fleet, but 5 years old here, and the average fleet looks like it's maybe on the decline. Maybe this horse has seen better days, or maybe today is this horse's big resurgence. But okay. All right, so we got Cadan out of Walter White, 5 starts, 2 wins, looking strong. Definitely one of those horses that could eject out of the pack straight towards the finish line, take the W or at least podium. Let the game start. 28 starts, 3 wins. It's a 4-year-old, so this horse has plenty of data at this race. I'm not sure if it's my first pick here, but maybe. Georgia Mud, very little data here, but Georgia Mud's still not looking bad. Overall, looking pretty average for the pack. Who knows how it likes to run in these big fields, though. Then we got Zealous. Zealous is a strong horse, and we've definitely seen some nice odds stack up on Zealous. Some other nights, if you tuned into the Artemis Cup recently, I mean, Zealous is doing a lot of work. I think placed 4th in the Artemis Cup, if I'm not mistaken. Good horse, strong horse, good record, strong fleets on that. Texas Margarita out of Laser Focus, 28 starts, 6 years old, not my first pick. Then we got Flamboyant, finally, out of Big Brain Stables. And this is a 20 start, 7 win, 5 place, and 3 show horse at this furlong distance here. So, I mean,
Ooh-wee.
This horse looks strong, honestly. I think Flamboyant's a great pick. So, Flamboyant, maybe my second pick on the day. Mo. What do you think about that? Let's curve back around and check out the Bluegrass Commemorative. Even though the pick window is closed, I'd still like to give due to all of the amazing horses that are competing. Let's take a little look. Let's take a look-ski. This race starts in 3 minutes. The Bluegrass Commemorative, it's a 7 furlong, right turf, soft race. So in the turf, in the glorious soft grass of the virtual Churchill Downs. So here we go. We got Wishing Well. Let's see. Wishing Well, the odds-on favorite by a good amount. I mean, yeah. So this is a. Let me see what the final odds were here. So again, 3.5 to 1. Wishing Well. Then we got Becky out of Miami Nation. I mean, so this is a right turf race. You're going to see Miami Nation. It's that simple. Becky's a strong horse, and I could see Becky taking it, and so could everybody else because odds have stacked up on Becky. Then we got Hipster Doofus. Hipster Doofus out of Stable Income. I mean, has the same fleet as Becky right now. I mean, what is it like to do at this distance? Let me see. Hipster Doofus. Win. It likes to win at this distance. 5 starts, 2 wins. It's a 4-year-old, so definitely a contender, and it's a 20-1. So if you were one of the people that picked that horse and it ends up delivering, congratulations to you. Moving on to Slick. Yeah, moving on to Slick. 2 starts, 2 wins. So this is a one and done out of Soulmate. What more is there to say? Moving on, Obafemi Martins out of Northeast Geordies. 8 starts, 2 wins. A really strong 87% and an 87% podium rate in an Indian Wells sire. I mean, that's a good horse. I mean, that's just a good horse. Sessa, 2 starts, 1 win. Decent fleet, contender. That's a contender. Diana of Mercury, 14 starts, 4 wins, 78% podium. I mean, can we talk about the fields on these races, Mo? I mean, this is nutty, man. Everybody's strong. I mean,
this is a good one.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of people could really come through on these. And you never know with the packs. You never know how these horses like to run on a day like today with the cameras on them. Maybe they just like the big time. So here we go. We got Dirty Shirley, no wins, decent fleet. I mean, 5 years old, but Walter White sire. We got 360 wins Starlight, monstrous horse. We know that this horse is a powerful horse. It's got a great lifetime record. Just a great horse. 4 years old and already 63 starts, 23 wins. We got Carlitos, 17 starts, 64% win place show. We got Mark Hoppus, Fractal, Beyond Eden, Deacon, and Deacon Blues with a Cossack sire. I think the only A+ in the race. So good luck to you, my friend. Mo, how much time we got left before we got to dip down, man?
We have 23 seconds. They're loading them up
23
here.
seconds. I
Looks
mean,
like we had
geez.
jockey had to fix some equipment, so short equipment
Right.
delay on that. But we got about 15 seconds. Looks like they're heading in, and just making my way. It's packed here. People heard what's happening here with the shockwave and the Derby. I'm having a hard time even getting a hot dog today, but it looks like
The
it's
lines are
just
long,
about
man.
to go up here.
Yeah, he's making his way there. I can see him. Just use the binoculars. Oh, that's him? That's him right there.
Hey, you see me? Hey, there I am.
Oh, Mo, what's up? I see him down
All
there.
right, let's go.
He's heading into the box. And we will kick off the Bluegrass Commemorative. Let's go to the race.
All right, we are back at the track, Jack, for another major race here on Photo Finish. We got them online, live from Shingmoon. And away they go. Quickly out of the gate, there goes Sessa along with Wishing Well. Back for third is Becky. Durley Shirley in fourth in the early going. Then comes Deacon Blues and Mark Hoppus going to round out the leaderboard here as this field is tight. Moving around the opening turn here. The 7 furlong. Right turning affair on a soft turf track. Grade 1 action here. Opening quarter. Up top, 24 and change for Becky. Beautiful Becky out there, beautiful white. Now tries to hold on to this lead as Dirty Shirley is on the outside to engage. Dirty Shirley takes over the lead as Becky now relegated back to the rail, looking for a ground-saving trip. Dirty Shirley now extended by 2.5, but here comes Sessa looking for some action. Becky still third. Back to Diana of Mercury in fourth, looking for position, along with Hipster Doofus. Might have found some traffic there and clipped heels with Beyond Eden, as Beyond Eden now power slides off of the group. Carlitos caught the best of that one. Now Carlitos comes from the back of the pack and found some room. But back to the top of the action is Dirty Shirley and Sessa. These two continue to battle, but Sessa gets the best of it. On the extreme outside, here comes a new contender. It's Fractal. Fractal's going down the center of the track and now opens up and kicks clear by 5. Sessa's there for second, but might have called it a day. On the extreme outside, Beyond Eden makes a final move with Slick in between horses, but it might be battling out for place here as Fractal shows them how it's done here over Slick. Make it Hipster Doofus and Slick as these two battle to the wire. Oof.
Yeah, man, Fractal. I mean, we barely touched on Fractal there in the interest of time, but I mean, Fractal, just another one of these horses, man. I mean, he's got a great max fleet at the distance, but he's just one of those horses that just was one of those strong pack horses. One of those strong pack horses just residing in there, dangerous, but still coming out with 15-1 odds. So, I mean, if you took Fractal, huge congratulations. You saw something that many people didn't. You've got the gift, you've got the eye, and all we can say is keep going, Godspeed. But let's take a look at, we did have a chance to talk about the mint julep, so let's look at the Red River Run. Mo, what do you think? I mean, you still got about 7 minutes to make picks there. That's awesome.
That's
awesome.
right. Yeah, so we'll jump ahead here and we'll pull that up.
Plenty of time, tons of action tonight. I mean, tons of action. I mean, let me just take a quick look since we got a little bit of time. Let me take a quick look at the VKD itself. I mean, sitting at 190K, I think that we have seen more betting action this season than usual. I mean, even the Artemis Cup sitting at 150. I mean, things are definitely heating up. This is something that I love to see. I love it. I love people making picks. You could go online and you can make picks on, I guess, hamsters on the internet, or you can make picks on real as it gets digital horses with, true to life genetics and in the most well-developed horse racing game on the planet. So which one do you choose? I mean, I think the choice is obvious, but anyhow.
And if you are looking to get signed up real quick, Fib, sorry, you could sign up.photofinish.live, get yourself a free trainer horse, competitions with the trainer horses to get your access on paid, real racing horse. So that's something, we can look forward to. Sign up.photofinish.live for anybody new tuning in.
Thanks, Mo. Yep. If you're new and you're just tuning in, I mean, there's plenty of ways to play the game. You can make picks. You can play the trainers. Or you could dive right in. I mean, join our Discord. We have so many people that are willing to help you out. It's a deep game, but getting started is simple. So, sign up if you're just dipping your feet in the water. We recommend you do. So, yep. So let's talk about the Red River Run, starting with Suspicious Mind. I mean, so first of all, let's set the stage here. 11 furlongs, left dirt yielding race. So Suspicious Mind, this is an Elvis progeny horse, and this is out of Crush Stables. One race here. I mean, so what you're going to see here, I mean, this is a juvenile race. You're going to see limited data, but what you want to try to gauge is what kind of potential these horses have. I mean, and this horse does have a max fleet of 81. I mean, some of these juveniles, man, the juveniles are just getting more and more and more powerful, creeping up. With an 81 max fleet, but only a 66 at this distance. But maybe it just wasn't its day. I mean, this horse could sneak up on you and never fade, an Elvis progeny. So we got Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld. I mean, what's the deal with this horse, man? I mean, it's a three start, one win, 75 max fleet. Out of the Rock of Cashel. That's a Balthazar horse, a famous Balthazar horse, a fantastic Balthazar horse. I mean, I wish this horse it's looking good. We got Rosangelina da Silva out of Breaking Bad Stables. Breaking Bad Stables, a mysterious entity, purveyor of Walter White, legendary stable. Nobody knows who he is, very mysterious. But I mean, this horse also a little bit mysterious with 0 starts at 11 furlongs. So who knows what this horse has in store today. So then we got Pura Vida. Shout outs to any Costa Rican viewers out there. I think that's their saying. I think that's like what they say. But anyway, Pura Vida out of OTC, 8 starts, 2 wins, 2 places, 76 max fleet, looking solid. Lucky 8s, 4 starts, 1 win, 76 max fleets, looking solid. I mean, what is this, man? Driney Park, these fields are fierce. If you want to come and compete with the big boys, you got to do some work to craft these horses as these players have done. This is an art. So anyway, here's huge, simply huge. Out of Queen Bean Racing, 6 starts but no wins, but still a 76 max fleet. I mean, and I see some of the other horses in the field taking it over this horse. I mean, maybe this horse has some revenge narrative in its mind, and I'd like to take it back, but not my first pick in this case. Native Monk out of YSM, 8 starts, 6 wins. This is a loggerhead.
Wow.
Horse. And this horse looks amazing. This is definitely my pick for the race. Native Monk with an 80 max, 6 wins. I mean, what a win percent. That's insane. So here we go. Monocle Arch Bay out of Holdenworth Equities. Equites. Maybe it's, I don't know. Anyway, I think that's Hans Holdenworth. Shout out to Hans if you're watching. 5 starts, 1 place. I mean, not looking bad. Honestly, not looking bad. Just another horse in the pack. Another horse in the pack that could definitely take it. Then we got the Sandman, 7 starts, 1 win, 71% out of Pelennor, and it's looking good. I mean, I think that the Sandman could actually be a contender for this one as well. We got Wyatt Earp out of Tombstone. Shout outs to Mike Sowers if you're in the chat, if you're watching. 3 starts, 1 win, 2 place. Good horse out of Pelennor, Wyatt Earp. I mean, this is a 2-year-old, fresh 2-year-old S+. I mean, that thing looks pretty fierce, actually. So Queen's Consort, 2-year-old filly, 2 wins, no place, no show, 5 starts. This horse likes to win. I mean, man, this is a hard race to call. I think there's only one horse that really stood out amongst this massive pack here. Then we got Asterion out of Grand Horse, 76 max fleet. I mean, strong record. This horse has 100% podium at this furlong. So easy contender, probably top 3. I mean, I would definitely take that for top 3. Adequan Enjoyer, 7 starts, 2 wins, 73 max, probably second tier in my eyes, but you never know. And finally, Swift Eye out of Absolute Horsepower. This horse looks pretty decent, 74 max. Again, I'd throw it into the second tier for this race. But, you know, maybe old Stens knows something I don't. You know, God knows, I'm sure he does. But on this race, you know, can't necessarily tell. We've got the Red River Run. I mean, we got 1 minute left until the Mint Julep Memorial closes. The Mint Julep Memorial, and I mean, let me navigate over here real quick, Mo, because the Mint Julep Memorial still ended up Space Vibes, still kept it stacked up. People doubled down on Space Vibes. I mean, Space Vibes is a crazy horse, man. This is a strong horse, so I understand the notion. Zealous saw a little bit of love. Zuki saw a little bit of love. I mean, these are a lot of the right turf, you know, the usual suspects, you could say. But yeah, I look forward to seeing it. I'd like to see an upset on Space Vibes, but I would not be surprised to see a dominant performance by this horse. Maybe with Zookies in tow. That's probably how I would have played it. But with the juice stacked up like this, I mean, if you have the incentive in your mind and your heart, you have the insight, you can take a horse that nobody else sees, and you can turn it into a big pile of Derby for yourself. So let's head on down to the track and see how this one plays out, Mo.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, took me a second to get my seat there. We are back. It's another major race. Don't forget to join the Discord, get involved. Time for the Mint Julep Memorial, and they're racing here. It's Space Vibes down at the rail, gets the best of it along with Secret Places on the outside. Down in between, here comes Zookies running alongside Georgia Mud. Then comes Let the Game Start in front of Flamboyant. Around the opening turn of this 10 furlong right turning affair on the turf. Grade 1 action, 240,000 Derby in the pool. Opening quarter up top, 24 change for Space Vibes. Trying to bring them here, but now Georgia Mud's got other ideas. Wants their picture taken as they cross the wire for the first time. Everybody at home wave to Georgia Mud as Georgia Mud's gonna roll on past the wire here. Hopefully everybody remembers to go around again. We got a 10 furlong affair. Georgia Mud now engaged down low. Here comes Space Vibes with another attack. Artemis in white, not too far up the pace at 24-1. No shot in the pool, but a shot on the track here as he moves up now back into second and challenges for the lead and takes it over here from Space Vibes. Space Vibes back down at the rails, going to take a little bit of a breather. Georgia Mud still there in third. Zookies, Ford, Zealous, no change there in fifth, but Dark Cloud Rising. Dark Cloud Rising trying to find some action here. Back up front, the attack is on, and here comes the heat from Space Vibes down at the rail. A little breather. He's got the juice. Here he goes. It's Space Vibes. Space Vibes with Zookies. Zookies on the outside with Georgia Mud. Zealous tries to get a bid going here along with Secret Places from the back of the pack. There is some hot and heavy action. 3/4 in the books, and around the far turn they go. Pick a horse, any horse, because we had about 6 across the track. Flamboyant, Space Vibes, Zealous. These three duke it out. Secret Places still with interest. Around to go. They get ready to hit the top of the stretch, and now they're shaking them up and they're heading them for home. Flamboyant got the best of that one. Takes it like a pro. Flamboyant by 2. Here comes Zealous in full stride. Secret Places still with a shot, but Flamboyant looks to hold on. Past the 8th hole. Flamboyant on the outside. Zealous, one final bid down low. To the wire. Down to beat Flamboyant. Flamboyant with one final surge. Holy cow, it's going to be Flamboyant at 6-1 over Zealous and Space Vibes. Wow, 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 wow.
Wow. Yeah, wow indeed, man. Flamboyant. I mean, Flamboyant definitely looking strong. I mean, looking strong on paper, but looking strong out there too. I mean, coming around, I mean, we saw Space Vibes. Obviously, Space Vibes was a contender the entire race, as we suspected, as everybody suspected, but just couldn't pull it out. Couldn't pull it out at the end. Didn't have that kind of Derby Day fire perhaps today, but it is a monstrous horse. Another day. It's doing well anyway. But shout outs to Big Brain for the W with Flamboyant. Congratulations. I mean, that's a great horse. It's 5 and it's still running, like it's its first spring out there on the track. So looking awesome. But Mo, I want to head to the Twin Spire Sprint. The Red River Run is coming up next, but we already went through the contenders for that one. The Twin Spire Sprint, though, we just made the jump. All of these undercards that you've seen so far, they went from $3,000 USD purses to now we're going to be jumping to a $6,000 USD purse. I mean, this is imagine taking home part of a $6,000 USD purse on a Saturday evening with your virtual horse. Just imagine that. Imagine that you are at that point in your life. We'd like you to contend with it. We'd like you to visualize it. And then we'd like you to consider that is what is indeed happening right now. So here we are, the Twin Spire Sprint. Let's take a look at some of these horses. I mean, let's kick it off with Soulmate Stables. Sure, man. Yeah, so we're gonna go through it pretty quickly, okay? Because I think we only have about 5 minutes. So here we go. Let's see how fast we can do. Let's see what kind of fleet figure I can get on the Twin Spire sprint here, Mo. So we got 20 starts and 2, 5, 3. 20 starts and then 2 wins, 5 places, 3 shows, 50%, and it's a soulmate horse out of Scuba Puff, looking good. Sean Viking, an A+. I mean, let's talk about the race conditions really fast. This is a 5 furlong left dirt sloppy race. So 5 furlong left dirt sloppy race. Just keep that in mind. It's a sprint, of course. That's why it's called the Twin Spire Sprint. But the weather, it's just got a little sloppy out there real quick. So here we go. We got, let me see this real quick. Paper Hooves, 8 starts, 1 win, 2 place, 1 show, 79 max fleet. We got Tiger Woods out of TriStar Racing, 10 starts, 3 wins, 4 places. I mean, that's a 70% podium. I mean, a 70% podium, just to keep that in mind. When you start playing this game, if you have a 70% podium horse, just realize how lucky you are. Realize what you got on your hands. It's not just luck, of course. It's the way that the horse is entered. But so here we have Bartholomew. I mean, just wandered into this race. Who knows what this horse is going to do today? But I don't think it's win. No offense. Let's see. Gerard of Amber, 1 start. With the 53 max fleet, not my first pick here, not a lot of data. Alan Shearer, 18 starts. I mean, this horse has a good amount of data for a 3-year-old here at this. I mean, it seems to like this distance. It seems to like at least be getting placed at this distance here at the 5 furlong mark. But, kind of a little bit of an iffy record, but not too bad. A+. I mean, maybe today's the day. Moscow Mule, 15 starts with a 26% win rate at this, 26% podium rate at this distance. Not my first pick, but stable 33 knows what they're doing. So good luck to you today, sir. Serenade, A+. This has no data at this level, and it's an A+. I mean, maybe a wild card pick. I'm not sure. Here we go. Nacho, 3-year-old, 8 starts, really good. Podium percentage, 75% podium. Definitely looking good. Good fleet. Maybe contender. Mr. Tambourine Man, A+. 9 starts, 33% podium, A+. With pretty juicy preferences here, though. I mean, that maybe who knows? Maybe Meridian, 22 starts with a 63% podium. Not looking bad, honestly. This is out of JPEG Lord. They definitely know what they're doing. Shout outs to JPEG. Good luck today. Cyclopic Colleague. Man, there's a lot of A+ in this race. It's crazy. This is a $6,000 race, and you're entering your A+ in here. You got to have some faith. I'll say that. So, yeah, 10 starts, 30% podium. I mean, not my first pick. Stone Cold Stunner, 13 starts, 30% podium. Again, maybe not it. The Legend Killer, 3 starts, pretty limited data, and no podium. So this is out of Red River FOMO. I mean, congratulations for making it in the race, and we hope that you see something from this race for sure. Melodia out of TED Racing. Now, here we have a horse that is starting to – this is a little bit more like it to me. I mean, we got 7 starts, 2 wins, 1 place with a 42% podium percentage. S-, not bad. Definitely not bad. Hero of War, 1 start, but the max fleet on this thing looks strong. But 1 start at 5 furlongs, maybe not a sprinter. But still looking strong. I mean, Zareth Sire. So that is out of Poverty Ranch. Shout out to Poverty. Hopeful Romantic, 9 starts, 22% win place show here. 71 max fleet on the distance, maybe. Farak Bulsara out of Lean Stables. Lean, we know that you're watching, man. Shout outs to you. 71 max fleet, 6 starts, 50% podium. I mean, that's one of the better podiums we've seen in this pack, but an A horse. So work is cut out for you and completely off preference. But you know what? Maybe this is the one, man. And here's minimal effort. 8 starts and a 75% win place show percentage here with a 70 max fleet. I mean, geez, like looking through all these horses, this is an incredibly mixed field. But I mean, 6-man looks good. I mean, let me take a look at how the odds have fallen on this race since we did actually manage to make it through with 1 minute left, by the way, Mo. I just want to point that out. Here's Hero of War, Poverty Ranch. Hero of War out of Poverty Ranch is the odds-on favorite here. I mean, let's take a closer look at Hero of War. So off preference by in one field, which is turf. This is a dirt race. It's a left turning dirt race. So it is off preference Hero of War, but still managed to capture the odds here. But, the odds are spread around on this race, and it makes sense that they would be, even with the 70K Derby pool. I mean, Place and Show are active, and it makes sense to me as well, because this race is kind of confusing to call. I mean, it's all over the place. The field is a little bit weaker than what we've been used to seeing in some of these other races. But what that does is it opens doors for other horses to come through and take this massive 6K purse. I mean, the only way to figure this out is to see this race play out. But before we do that, we're going to have to dive into the Red River Run, which is running right now. We're headed to the box. Mo, take it away, please.
Thank you, Fib. Doing a marvelous job there, filling in for Boss Man today. Appreciate you as always. Gotta show Fib some love in the chat. All in line. Horses are ready to roll. Red River Run, and away they go. Wyatt Earp breaks sharply from the outside, along with Lucky Eights in between horses. Next in there comes Huge with Rosangela De Silva in fourth. Follow them is Asterion at the 12 hole, and Adequan Enjoyer at 31-1 is enjoying themselves a nice spot here on the leaderboard as they head around the opening turn. Just 11 furlong left turning affair on the dirt. Track is yielding opening quarter though, 25 change. Sluggish pace up top for Lucky Eights. Lucky Eight still shows the way here now by 2.5 over the next pack. Mysterion joining them is Wyatt Earp, Huge, and Pura Vida. Pura Vida starting to make an emergence here from the back of the pack and has their eyes set on the leader. Lucky Eight's trying to hold on now. Taps on the brakes here a little bit. Might have caught some action there. Scared by their own shadow, but Huge is going to take advantage and go right on by. Now Huge the leader. Pure Vita down low, the rail tucked in, looking for that ground-saving stalking trip. Queen's Consort, not so lucky, all the way on the outside from the 11 hole, trying to make up some ground. Here we go, around another turn, into the backstretch. Huge continues to hold on with this minor league over Pura Vida. Queen's Consort still there, trying to find some action with Lucky Eights, your early leader, at 29-1, still in the mix. Now finds another resurgence and pokes his head here, but Pura Vida in the meantime. Pura Vida caught the best break of it as Huge slides on back, and Pura Vida now is the new leader. Lucky Eight's back up for second. Here comes the Sandman. Queen's Consort backtrack a little bit along with Wyatt Earp. Anybody's race though around the far turn. We got 3 across the track. Pura Vida, Lucky Eights, the Sandman, all digging in. 1 mile and 1:41. They are cruising. Huge, not too far off the mark again as he's looking for room, as he's off the rail and looking for tail. Around we go with Sandman. Managed to take over the lead and pokes the nose in front, but Lucky Eights isn't done. And here comes Native Monk down at the rail. Native Monk times it just right, lets everybody else tire himself out, and now kicks clear by 3. Lucky Eights falling apart like an old Buick, but Native Monk trying to take this one to the wire. One final push from Sandman on the outside, but he's going to go to sleep in second place tonight as Native Monk is going to bring this one home for YSM over Sandman and Huge.
I mean, no, absolutely, totally unsurprised. And I love seeing a juicy YSM victory here. I mean, this horse's record is out of control. Especially at this distance, man. I mean, this horse 8 starts and 6 wins. So you run 8 races and you just straight up win 6 of them, and the 7th one you get 3rd. So I mean, you're just kind of just doing great for yourself in general here. But of course, we love seeing a YSM victory. I feel like YSM, they pick their battles, but when they pick them right, man, you can really tell they have a beastly stable. And Native Monk is just one of their recent offerings. Shout outs to YSM. Congratulations. And, great race, Mo. Thanks for the call. But I think it's time to turn our eye to
it's time, baby.
The main event. It's time, baby. We got to look. We got to take a little gander here because, I mean, how much time you have? You have 6 minutes. You have 6 minutes to make a pick in the virtual Kentucky Derby. I mean, this thing has stacked up so high. It's out of control, man. This is like, what is it, 250K or something now? This is wild. So we have a 20-horse field to get through, but thank God we do have a little bit more time between the next 2 races here. But only about 5 minutes left before the pick window closes. So let's try to speed run this real quick, and then maybe we can go into a little bit more detail here. Okay. So let's look here. So here we got 10 threes. 10 threes. I mean, I actually saw the other night, I saw, not that we're speed running it yet, but here I saw Bryce, third time Bryce, call out 10 threes as the victor. So Bryce, if you somehow saw that 10 threes was going to win on paper looking like this, you are a prodigy. So then we have General Disarray out of Tegrity Farms. Then we have Happy Valley out of Ted Racing. 81 Max Fleet. I mean, this horse looks scary. Swanky Pants out of Leet Racing. Shout outs to Leet Racing. Haven't seen him as much in Discord, but hope you're doing great. Macchiato out of Soulmate. Another one of these strange Soulmate horses that just has low fleets, but I'm just haunted by Soulmate's performances, and I can't imagine that somehow he's not going to be there. Even though this is a 20 horse pack, so maybe we'll just lose him. But anyway, Bold Move out of JPEG Lord. Shout outs to JPEG. Fat Fingers out of Soulmate. Another Soulmate contender, maybe looking a little bit stronger on paper for sure. Here we have Forged in Fire out of Tsetse Fly. Tsetse Fly, a fly on the wall, the killing fly. When it bites you, it'll take you down. We got Tupa out of Leet Racing, another Leet Racing entry. We got Hedol de Fael, and we're going to come back to Hedol de Fael because this horse is terrifying. It's beautiful. Look at that mottled gray-white coat. Oh, my God. Look at this horse. This is a Ted Racing horse, and this is definitely the fib pick, and it seems to be everybody else's pick as well. Here's Sabia Medb out of Big Brain Stables. Not sure how to say D and B in quick succession like that, so I did my best there. But, not looking too bad. We got General Parker out of Ted Racing, another Ted Racing entry. 75 Max Fleet. I don't know. Prince Albert out of JPEG Lord, another JPEG Lord. I mean, we got a couple entries from a lot of big stables here. I mean, it's a 20-horse field, and people are hedging their bets within their own stables. We got Hidalgo out of Soma. Hidalgo is strong also. Hidalgo is another one of those horses that I think is definitely a contender personally. We got Too Much Tempo, and Too Much Tempo is my secondary pick, actually. I believe in Too Much Tempo and Hidalgo to be behind Hedol de Fael, but they're definitely in lockstep with him, at least if there was any horse that was in lockstep with that horse. Anyway, Lucario out of Driney, never count out Driney. Sharp guy. Flying Dagger, YSM Racing Club. Flying Dagger actually looks great on this race. I don't know how I didn't notice this horse before. Off preference though, it is a firm race. Proteus out of Big Brain Stables, Super Zion out of Stable Income, and Ephesio out of OEB. And Ephesio is actually also looking pretty strong here. For the final entry, I mean, 9 starts and 5 wins. I mean, geez, dude. Geez. But we should curve back around real quick because we're going to revisit these. But I hope that you guys are getting your picks in because you have 2 minutes left and this pool is massive. And I hope that I hope you've done a little bit of homework because actually the Derby has been open for a while. And if you tuned in to After Dark last night, which you should tune into every After Dark. But if you tuned in last night, we talked about these horses and gave you a little preview on the odds here. Looking at the page real quick, I mean, we see Hedol de Fael, the favorite, but honestly, Hedol de Fael with 4-1 odds, I mean, that's definitely a lock for your boy. But of course, you pick your own horse. There's some really juicy odds in this race, and if you are more of a high odds picker, I totally understand that because generally I am too. That horse just looks very good to me. But we have about 1 minute and 40 seconds before the Twin Spires sprint starts, Mo. So it looks like, so that one closed down. Hero of War. I mean, I'm really interested in this race because this race is peppered with so many A's. I mean, would you expect to see so many A's in a purse with $6,000 in it, Mo? Would you expect that?
Well, I think we learned anything early on, probably not. But now as, bloodlines and genetics start to work wonders, and we're going to start to see all sorts of horses beat any horse on a given day. And that's just kind of where we're at. And it's a great thing.
It's where we're at. These horses are they're genetically engineered competitive digital race entities they've been poured over by their mad scientist owners to try to create the most freakishly powerful digital horse imaginable. And with the correct balance of stats, you can have what you need for a specific type of race and not necessarily break through the top end of a grade average. And so you could end up, you have these horses, you could end up with an A, you could end up with an S minus, and then you see them out there on the track and you're like, what did those grades even mean? Maybe you're a new player and you're seeing you see an S minus horse just tearing it up. And it's because they have been honed. They've been honed. Without going into too much detail because we have 10 seconds left. If you are curious about how that is done, I would highly recommend diving into Discord, asking questions, and our community will help you out. Undoubtedly, we have the best community in the world, probably. But anyway, let's head on down to the box and see the Twin Spires Sprint run and see how this plays out.
All right, we are down here at the track. They are loaded up. It is race time. Here we go. More Grade 1 action coming your way. Live on Photo Finish. All in line. 20 horse field, locked and loaded. And away they go. They're out to the lead. There goes the sixth man. Joining them is Alan Shearer. Meladia from the extreme outside is with Galactic Colleague. And Paper Hooves back for fifth along with Tiger Woods. Out of the four hole, going to round out the leaderboard, now joined by Minimal Effort as this field is quickly surging out to the lead in this 5 furlong left turning affair. Blinking, it's over. Opening quarter in 24 and change. They are cruising. Minimal Effort trying to overcome that early disadvantage out from the extreme outside, and now has the nose in front, but down low, Mr. Tambourine Man, Tiger Woods, and the sixth man, all within striking distance. Around the turn they go as they hit the top and they shake them up. Here goes Minimal Effort, trying to scamper away with it. Down the center of the track, Meridian's got some action here. Moscow Mule might be good enough today, but as they join the 8th pole, it's Minimal Effort on the outside. Meridian, one final push, but Minimal Effort trying to bring this one home with just that. It's going to be Minimal Effort over Meridian and Moscow Mule.
What? What?
That was like maximum effort to me, just saying.
That looks like maximum effort. That is an A. That is an A grade horse. An A grade horse out of Ascension Stable. Ascension Stables, what are you feeding these horses? I mean, it's not like the horse isn't a good horse. Obviously, it's a good horse. I mean, it showed up big today, but my God, like this is an A grade horse. For reference, there are S's in here. I mean, that's how many subgrades above? Like 6, like just 5. I don't know. Like I guess 4 actually, if you count it correctly. But anyway, regardless of my poor math, I mean, you have a horse like Meridian in here, an S, pretty much totally on preference. I mean, I'm just saying, man, this is an A horse that just took home $3,000 out of the purse. I mean, that's probably one of the higher ROI A horses, at least from one race. I mean, probably the highest in the game, the highest that it's ever been, because I know that this purse and this race is brand new this season. So I don't know. I'm blown away. I'm blown away by what you guys are doing. I'm blown away by this result, and I'm blown away by the name of this horse, of course, named Minimal Effort. Beautiful, perfect irony. You just gotta appreciate something like that.
And I'd like to know how many eye rolls we had when I said, "Hey, any great horse can beat any great horse," and look what happens. And A just comes out and skunks them all. So There you go.
That is fantastic. Oh my God, I love seeing stuff like that. Are you just signing up? Did you just pick up an A grade horse off the marketplace? Why don't you just go ahead and enter that into one of the biggest races in the entire game, and just go ahead and just take home the purse from that. Just steal it out from under the rest of them. I mean, congratulations to Ascension Stables. Huge, amazing. But it's time, Mo. It's time that we turned our focus to the big race. The virtual Kentucky Derby. I mean, we're so proud to offer you guys the virtual Kentucky Derby. Our partnership with Churchill Downs, such a huge deal. This year is going to be the 150th Kentucky Derby. The timing of all of this, and the fact that we're a part of it, and the fact that we've been invited to the Derby before, and I just call it fate. I'd call it fate. So I don't know what you guys would call it, but I'd call it fate. And we are here to deliver. And so are all these horses, 20 horses. We went through the field, but I want to talk a little bit. I want to swap down down over to Hadal Defiel. I want to talk about this horse a little bit because I believe that we have a nice juicy 10 minutes now to talk. We have 5 minutes. Apologies. We have 5 minutes to talk. Always under the gun. But that's enough to maybe that's enough to sing the praises of this horse. This horse looks terrifying. We got 7 starts, 4 wins. I mean, it has an 85% win place show. It's got an 83 max fleet. It's completely on preference with a good amount of stars. I mean, how many stars is that? Like 7.5 out of 9. So yeah, looking awesome. Shawnee Bear horse. It's a left dirt firm horse. This is a left dirt firm race. I mean, if you don't know, the Kentucky Derby is a 10 furlong left dirt race, and so is the virtual Kentucky Derby. And this horse just seems highly suited to it. So this is my pick, and it's still the chalk, but 4x on the chalk, not bad. My next two, personally, I just want to look at Hidalgo now. Can we scroll to Hidalgo real quick? Hidalgo. I mean, you see Hidalgo. If you look at some of Hidalgo's races, if you care to look at, if you're on our site and you check out this horse, it's got wins over a lot of the contenders here. But when it does lose, who's it losing to? It's losing to Hadal Defiel. I mean, Hadal Defiel looks strong on paper, but maybe also has just like a little bit of that extra sauce. But of course, those are in smaller fields. I mean, this is a massive field. It's 20 horses. It's as big as the fields can get. And you're going to see that when this race starts running and you see all those horses out on the field, the pack is just enormous. I mean, Godspeed to you calling that, by the way, Mo, because that is just it's so many horses to talk about at one time. It's brave of you. But okay.
Highlight of my month.
Yes, it is the highlight of the month. And of course, after this, one of the awesome things about the virtual Kentucky Derby is that everybody knows that this is the last weekend of the season, and I know that everybody's looking forward to Foals Day. What baby horse is coming out of the womb on Monday? That's coming up next Monday, the start of the next season. We've got a fresh new schedule for everybody. We're toiling away. We got awesome things coming always, and we're just building and building. And season 12 is going to be amazing, and I can't wait for everybody to get to play it. But of course, it all starts with Foals Day, and Foals Day happens on Monday. But here we are. It's Saturday still. It's still the Kentucky Derby, so let's not get ahead of ourselves too much, Mo.
Not too much, but it is good to kind of mention quickly. I know we got 3 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
But I mean, the fact that all these horses, age every season, right? So these horses that you might see here, if you're not aware, every season, every 4 weeks, these horses are aging 1 year. They will, they'll be born, they'll race for, 6, 7 seasons, and then they go and they retire, and then they'll eventually, they'll pass away. And these bloodlines, you'll have to identify what you got, and that's the magic of what we're watching. 4 months ago, these horses that we're watching were not a thing. They were a twinkle in the eye, so to speak, right? But now
right.
They're out here running for some serious money. So that's just my quick take on it.
Serious money. They're running for serious money. They're selling for serious money. I mean, if you just take a moment and realize where we are with all of this, how just the community and the fact that we've gotten to this point and where we are and how much more there is to grow. And, it's just it's exciting. It's amazing. Ride of my life, man. Ride of my life. Hopefully you guys feel the same, just holding on tight to the reins. We're doing it. But anyway, I also want to point out that, the virtual Kentucky Derby, this is for 3-year-olds only. So you get one shot. I mean, some people, obviously, some of the foals that'll be born on Monday in another few seasons will be the foals, the horses that populate the next virtual Kentucky Derby. And our players are planning that far out. They're planning seasons and seasons in advance. They're trying to create these bloodlines. They're weaving them together. They're being very, very selective and discretionary, trying to craft these horses that can eventually compete on a day like today. So when you watch this race, realize that you're not just watching, about 2 minutes of digital horse racing. You're watching days and hours of these players that are pouring themselves into creating the most powerful horses that end up competing here. So just know that. And when you see these horses on the field today, and when you see one of these horses take it, you know that it means that much to one of these stable owners because they put in the work. So, pre-congratulations to whoever takes it, I guess. But it looks like we got only about a few seconds left. This is the biggest race of the night. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure. Good luck for everybody that made picks. It's a massive pool. It's going to be electric out there, Mo. Let's head on down and see how it plays out, man.
All right, it's that time. You wait for it all month. It's time for the virtual Kentucky Derby live on Photo Finish. 20 horses, one dream. Win the virtual Kentucky Derby. Who's it going to be? And they're off and running. General Disarray breaks out to the lead along with Fat Fingers. Prince Albert trots along here in third in front of Too Much Tempo on the outside. Back in fifth, Bold Move. Forge in Fire back for sixth. Normally we stop there, but here we go. It's Swanky Pants back for seventh, now trying to find some room. And all the way back to Flying Dagger as Macchiato slides back quickly. Next in line, here comes Locarios. We're trying to fly all the way back through the pack. Tup is there. More towards the back, along with General Parker is your current trailer as they head around the turn of this 10 furlong left turning affair in the Derby. A lot of room to go. Opening quarter in 24 and change for General Disarray. Now moving up along for second. Here comes Swanky Pants to challenge, and Sabia Madib. Sabia Madib, hard to pronounce the name, but easy to watch him run. Here he goes now to take over the lead. Break of two, back to Fat Fingers. Bold Move. Tried to do something there, but might have caused some traffic and now backtracks almost off the board. Fat Fingers in the meantime is going to take over the lead from Sabia Madib. The Sabia Madib is going to take a little bit of a breather. Swanky Pants still in third, and here comes Flying Dagger, 19-1. Very little respect in the pool, but trying their little heart out. Fat Fingers here now with Bold Move up for another challenge and denied yet again. Here we go now, 3/4 in the books, 1 minute and 14 seconds. The pace is fast and furious, and so are these horses as Fat Finger tries to bring it home for the barn. As Fat Fingers now is pulled away by about 2 over Swanky Pants down to the rail, who's struggling to hold on. Flying Dagger on the extreme outside with Too Much Tempo and Hidalgo. They're trying to make a final charge. Here we go, Fat Fingers, Swanky Pants looks to have called it a day. Hidalgo in between horses and Flying Dagger. Flying Dagger on the extreme, but Fat Fingers trying to hold on here down low. Here it goes past the 8th pole. Fat Fingers, Hidalgo on the outside. Flying Dagger, one final shot, but it's going to be too little too late as Fat Fingers is just too strong down the final stretch here in the Derby. Shout out to Soulmate Stables bringing it home over Hidalgo and Flying Dagger.
Holy moly, dude. Holy moly.
Wow, that just happened.
I know, that just happened, man. Oh my God. Dude, Fat Fingers, dude. I mean, just another Soulmate W, another Soulmate W. And you know the crazy thing, this horse, it's like the way that Soulmate has done it. Soulmate Stables has taken, 5 Kentucky Derbies now, virtual Kentucky Derbies, and just ridiculously, a few of them were with the same horse. This was before we enforced the 3-year-old rule. But, then he's coming out of the woodwork and doing it with multiple different horses. Fat Finger, a Scott Street horse, right? So this is not like, it's not like this is an Elvis prodigy. It's not like this is, like like a Derby winning horse progeny. This is a Scott Street progeny. And he just sees the code. He makes the purchase and then he runs the horse. I guess it's that simple for this guy. Huge congratulations. I mean, of course, to all whom I led astray with Hidal Defael, it looks like he didn't want to show up today. I mean, amazing looking horse on paper, but maybe doesn't love the big field. The 10 horse, sticking kind of in that second pack most of the race. Didn't make it happen, but who did show up was Hidalgo. Of course, he to place. That's out of Soma. Congratulations to Soma, man. Soma, when I first saw Soma show up, I mean, he stayed pretty quiet. He's still pretty quiet, but I didn't expect to see him show up on the podium so hard. He was kind of he was kind of new blood for a little while, especially maybe four seasons ago. It seemed like he was just getting into the game, and he definitely made some great selections with the way that he set up his stable, and we're seeing him reap the benefits of that with a massive, second place purse. He's still walking away with a $100K Derby, so congratulations to him. And then third place, who grabbed third again, Mo? I mean, it was that
was my win pick. That was Flying Dagger. That would have been a nice little payout.
Good for you, man. Yeah, I mean, Flying Dagger did look good.
Another reason to play across the board too, just for those at home. Don't just play win picks.
So I mean, when you're making picks, I mean, maybe it's not the time to talk about it now since they're all closed. But of course, you always have more opportunities. We're always throwing out more pick pools for you. Some of the biggest horses in the game running. I think the way we have it arranged now, mostly grade 1. So some of the highest stakes races, you get to make picks on the site. Just have a little bit of Derby, and you can turn it into more Derby if you know what you're doing. But yeah, I mean, so when you choose win, place, or show for a horse, you're basically saying, I think this horse will get first. I think this horse will get first or second, or I think this horse will get first, second, or third. And the odds are, it's different for, obviously the pool didn't materialize as large, but it definitely materialized large for a place and show pool. So congratulations to everybody. I mean, if you can use the place and show pools to hedge, you can use them to, I mean, if you're just kind of unsure about who's going to take it, I mean, maybe you can put most of your size there, but for the most part, a lot of the action does happen in the win pool. But of course, I just want to say congratulations to Fat Finger. Congratulations to Soulmate. I mean, have you guys not gotten used to this man taking these virtual Kentucky Derbies yet? I mean, please, like, don't just give the man a congratulations. We can't make his name any more red or put any more roses next to it in Discord. I mean, he's just got the wreaths. He's the Bob Baffert. Currently, like, he's just the man to beat. That's why when we go through these horses, when we're looking at these fields and I see Soulmate Stables, I always think that he's up to something. And fading Soulmate Stables, I mean, I guess you can do that at your own risk. But, bringing it back, congratulations to everybody that participated today. Congratulations to everybody that made picks. Congratulations to the winner of the Shockwave Showdown. And thank you to Solonaut for giving back. That was an awesome event, and we would love to do more things like that for the community. We're happy to facilitate things like that, and we love your initiative to give back to everybody that bred with Shockwave. Thanks to D Stables for sponsoring the pick pool on that race. That was a lot of fun. We love when people go big, and I'm pretty sure I was kind of snooping through Discord while we were going through everything, and it looks like somebody made a massive pick, and that means that they got a massive payday today. That's a good Saturday night, if you ask me. But congratulations to everybody that won undercards tonight. Congratulations to Fat Fingers and Soulmate. Congratulations to the podium on the virtual Kentucky Derby, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you, Mo.
Yes, sir.
For casting it, for hosting it with us, and I hope that you guys enjoy Fool's Day on Monday, and we'll catch you another time. Take it easy. Thanks for tuning in to the virtual Kentucky Derby on Derby Day, photo finish live. If you're just tuning in, sign up. If you're just tuning in, it's the end of the show. So go ahead and sign up, join Discord, and we can talk about it there. We'll take it there. But take it away, Mo. That's it.
All right, guys, thanks again for watching. Fib, awesome job hosting it. Guys, join the Discord, follow the Twitter, photo finish game, get involved. We got Fool's Day coming up, lots of good deals be hitting the market. Now's the time to get involved. Sign up.photofinish.live, get a free trainer horse, hit the track, learn what you're doing, ask questions, and you could be running in the next virtual Kentucky Derby. Thanks again for watching, guys. Have a great night. See ya.